Hello, 410 class. Um, I guess you have probably recognized by now that this is again going to be a semester that's not going to be as we would all probably really like it to be. I have had to make the decision to go completely online for this semester for a number of reasons. And I also made the decision, as difficult as it was, to go asynchronous. And this is why. I realize how when you're making out your class schedule, you cannot double book class times. And I figured that so many of you were probably trying to get courses in, perhaps to graduate, get a specific degree, or even if you're not graduating in May, you've kind of got a schedule that you need to try to keep the best you possibly can. And I wanted you to still take my class. And so I decided if I did it asynchronous, it wouldn't block out any of the time frames. So you would be free to take other courses that you might need or want to take. So I have spent a lot of time figuring out how to handle the scheduling the best I possibly can. There are going to be different times when I would like to have some synchronous meetings with some of you. And so I'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But just to start this, some of you have had me for classes before, some in-person classes, and I'm pretty sure you know that that's my preference. And it is very hard for me to commit to an entirely online class. However, I'm going to do the very best I can to make it profitable for you. And so for this particular introductory, real quick video, 10 minutes or so, I just want to go over a few of those things that, how I'm going to handle it basically. And first, I want you to know that your syllabus is already available for you and it's on D2L. I'm going to be uploading everything on D2L as soon as possible. And I'm not going to go through the whole syllabus right now because I'm reserving that for Friday, which is going to be the first day of class. However, I'll be working on that complete video lecture during the week and be posting it before Friday for you. So here I've listed some virtual office hours. I'm starting out with these. They may not work well. And if that's the case, I will change them as we move through this semester. And again, here, Mondays and Thursdays, I decided might be good days because of Monday, Wednesday, Friday versus Tuesday, Thursday classes. Please, however, email me for an appointment in those time frames if you possibly can, so I can schedule you and make sure that you have the time you need to spend with me. If you are not available during those particular time frames, please let me know that as well, and we will definitely work something out. And you'll see here the different books that I'll be using. And again, some of you already are aware of the fact that I'm not much of a textbook user, that I come up with an awful lot of my own material. And you will see that as we move through the semester. And on the following up video lecture that I'm going to be working on, I will go through the syllabus. I know it's boring sometimes, but I just want to make sure I point out some specifics to you so that everybody understands right at the outset of the course what it's going to entail, what's going to be required of you. This is up now, and just going ahead to show you that this entire syllabus is there for you. Now, if we look at this other, let's see, bring this up, tentative schedule of topics and presentations. I wanted to just really quickly today show you how I'm setting up the course. I'm doing it in weeks. Friday the 5th is the first day of class. So I basically scheduled only like a discussion of course goals in the syllabus I'll go through all of those. And then just an introduction of investigating the brain. And that will be not a really intense video lecture. I will get that up, I'm hoping, by Wednesday. And so you can watch it anytime after Wednesday and at your convenience so that you can be up to date by Friday. Then you'll see that I have the following topics set up by week, 8 to the 12th, 15 through the 19th, and everything that's listed under those dates for that particular week is what you should have completed by the Friday of that week, if at all possible. And again, I'm going to make sure that these are up ahead of time. So it's not like you have to wait till Friday to, catch up. In fact, my hope is as we get going with the semester that you can look at these ahead of time, because I want to work at least a week before things are due. So that if you can see a week coming up where you're going to be super busy with some other courses, you can perhaps work ahead. And I've gone through and I've already started posting the complete lectures and the student lectures, which I'll talk about a little bit more in the introductory video lecture on February 5th, which is the last day that I can do it for you. So it'll be, again, as I said, ahead of time. And hopefully you will get the gist of where I'm going with it. The student outlines are incomplete outlines of the full outlines that I will provide for you, as well as the ones that will accompany my video lectures I will do for every single topic. And as we go through, you can see I have the different homeworks are due. Those will all be available online. You'll have drop boxes available for those. And as we go through, you can see there are other times where it's a little bit difficult to tell ahead of time when we can have review sessions and such, and I'll be working that out with Google Calendars. Written exam 1, just to give you an idea ahead of time, will be available, for example, all the way from 1 a.m. to midnight that night. So for pretty close to 24 hours from, and so those dates will stay there. The only way those will change is if for some reason I get behind with the lectures and video lectures and there's no way that you have an opportunity to master that material before that deadline. And anytime, as you see down here, I reserve the right to make changes in the schedule. Those changes will only occur to help you. And they will occur if, for example, there seems to be something else going on and there needs to be an adjustment to make it easier for you. The second written exam is your final exam. And I'll go over this again for the February 5th lecture. But is it cumulative? I'm going to tell you right now. It's cumulative in the sense that if you didn't learn the neuro stuff at the very beginning of the class, you're not going to get what's going on at the end. But I will only be testing specifically on the material from written exam 1 and on through the second part of the course. And I added to this a summary, trying to figure out the best way to keep you on top of what is due when. And I have gone through and listed the dates, what is available, the quiz 1, the times it's available online, of course, how long you have to complete quizzes and so on, when your projects are due. And again, I'll be discussing that during the first complete lecture. And the review, again, I have here, time to be determined according to class needs, because I need to find out when at least we can maybe split the class in half. Hopefully we can at least do that. And you're all available so we can have group review sessions. It may be challenging. I thought perhaps not a lot of people would sign up for this course, being that was all online. And kind of to my surprise, it got very full quickly. So it's a larger class, and to arrange synchronous times will be a bit of a challenge, but we will figure it out as we go. So I wanted to make sure that I brought all of that up for you. And, you know, whoopsie, sorry about that. I was going to bring up something else, and I do not actually want to do that. So at any rate, hopefully this will help get an idea, give you an idea of what to expect, and get rid of these for you. And go back to just a little bit more about the course. At the very outset of this course, we're going to be doing some reviewing of neuro stuff. I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the neuroanatomy and brain structures for this course, and a little bit less on the neurophysiology than I do on some of my other courses, because of the nature of the neuropsychology case studies that we're going to be looking at. Some of it will probably seem quite redundant for those of you who've had courses with me before. I apologize for that. I just need everybody to be kind of on the same page. So if you are really comfortable with some of the material, don't feel like you have to sit through and listen to lectures all over again on material that you're pretty comfortable with. The material will be available for you if you need to look anything up. I promise you'll have that. And I, as some of you know, I really try to identify the material that I'm going to want you to master for the assessments, so that you're not spending endless hours trying to just cram a bunch of stuff that you may not be tested on. And also, I want you to know that I'm going to have discussion posts up every week. So if you have a question, and you don't necessarily feel like you need a personal meeting, virtual meeting with me, you'll be able to post something on that discussion post, and I will try to address it then. There is going to be a little adjustment, I'm sure, as we go through, and I want you to know that I so want to make this the best possible experience for you. I will also tell you I'm going to be entirely informal. I am not rehearsing my lectures. You are getting me, Dr. P, and some of you know what that might mean. You'll also probably see my cats and my dog. And yeah, I did this, some of you know, rescue 2 cats last year at the age of 3 months when we were in the middle of this stay home because of the COVID thing. And we're still here. And guess what? I have Cooper, my 6-year-old boxer, who is a baby still. Will probably always be a baby. And now I'm looking on dog rescue sites for a friend for Cooper. So we can't really stay in this situation for too much longer, or who knows how many more I'll accumulate. And you know me. So at any rate, I want to make this the best I possibly can again for you. I've said that before. I want to say that again. I want you to feel that you can reach out to me, and I will help you in any way that I can, so that you are not only successful with the grade in this course, but you actually get something out of it. I think it's fascinating material. This is one of my very favorite courses to teach. And the case study approach, once we get to those, the first one being on HM and memory, I think makes it so personal and so much more realistic as you learn different aspects of human neuropsychology. And I do hope that you enjoy it. And I hope you decide to stick it out. And I look forward to being able to talk with you at some point. And hopefully we'll get together sooner or later. So just wanted to give you a heads up and let you know what was going on for this particular course for this semester. Thanks, and see you again soon.